I literally just created a brilliant video and poof, it just disappeared. Anywho, TikTok. I'm so committed to delivering this message. I'm willing to pay the price of doing it again. So let's just land that is the subject of today's video. Paying prices. Mofo. Okay. So let's just take it home for you right now. You already pay prices. You're paying prices right now. Consciously, unconsciously. With desire or with not. A lot of us pay prices that we aren't actually in aligned with, which is why we kind of surrendered to this mountain of caca, because our choices don't bring us power, juice, joy, that'll fulfill our alignment, our desires, and thus you are selling out. So let's shift the story and create an opportunity for you to have a very different relationship with prices to pay. So know that paying prices is an example of personal power. Why? Because you are choosing consciously, intentionally to pay these prices. Perhaps is the opportunity. Whether that's you or not, that's okay. Up until now, that may have been you. New day, new game, new results. Prices. So I can't speak to you, but my guess is that if you have children, the price you were willing to pay was, in essence, giving up a version of your life that you knew so that you could sustain the life of another. If you have an animal, the price I pay is not sleeping all the way through or sleeping in because I have a responsibility to address my animal. I did go skydiving. The price I was willing to pay was potentially dying. And I chose that price to pay also when I chose sailing because that was uber dangerous. And so I have a heightened level of where I'm willing to go. I have a heightened relationship with the prices I'm willing to pay. Like I have been willing to break down barriers for the last 10 years inside of myself. The price I was willing to pay was $150,000 into accessing this aspect of myself. I have a very loving relationship with the prices I pay. Do you? Could you even just take a moment now and reflect on your life up until now? And let's look at it. Where are you? Do you have a house? Do you own this house? How did you come to own this house? What did it take from you to create a down payment? Pay the mortgage. Choose that. If you have children, what did it take from you to choose having children? Or maybe it was spontaneous pregnancy and then you were like, I gotta get in the game. I'm gonna let this go, I'm gonna let this go, I'm gonna let this go, I'm gonna not sleep again. Prices you paid. Happily, joyfully, I'm sure. Sometimes when you go out at night and you have 3 or 4 drinks, the price you're willing to pay is a DUI. And you're more committed to the story that you've got going, which is that you probably feel great. You've got this. You've done this countless of times. Home is only 5 minutes away. The prices you're willing to pay. Now, however you are willing to pay them, mine comes from a very loving relationship with risk. Mine comes from realizing the power that I'm creating for myself when I am in awareness of taking an action and in full knowledge of the prices I'm willing to pay. Why? It's because I can say, whoa, I did that. I did that. I did that. Another example, maybe one more relatable, my divorce. Well, before I go into the divorce, my relationship was already in a 4 out of 10. And I wanted a house. I was already a realtor at that time. And the vision was to be a homeowner. And so I was like, as a self-employed entrepreneur, solidifying a mortgage by myself, I was willing to pay the price of staying with my ex-husband so that I could become a homeowner. I was willing to pay the price of buying a house with my ex-husband so that I could become a homeowner. I was willing to pay the price of separating here in this house, divorcing here in this house. Listen, I was willing to pay all the prices. And I think I paid all the prices. I think I literally did. Like, to get all the action complete, I paid for my ex's lawyer. Like, I paid for everything, physically, metaphorically. Yeah, I paid all those prices. And I have my home, and I'm in it. It took lots of prices. Okay? I will continue to pay the price of coaching so that I can maximize myself. I will continue to pay the price of putting myself in harm's way in terms of judgment, feedback, unserving experiences. Why? Because I'm committed to the vision. I'm committed. I mean, like, I'm next level committed. Are you? And I've dropped this line a few times, vision. Like, I've got this vision team. Do you? And do you have dreams or aspirations or this idea? It doesn't have to be any of those big terms. It could just be an idea, right? Like, I have a very powerful idea of who I get to be. And I'm going to pay all the prices that I got to pay to get there. Every single one of them with joy. That's my mission. That's my purpose. And in my mission and purpose, there's a mountain of joy. And in that joy, it is a mountain of power. And in that mountain of joy and power is a sexy, energetic field to help me move through those prices I'm paying so that they too can be joyful. It's up to you how you resonate with the stories you tell. If the stories you're telling yourself aren't juicy, like Paula, you get to go sailing across the Atlantic Ocean. You don't know with who, you don't know your captain, you don't know the ship, you don't know the journey, you know nothing. How's that feel? So exciting. Hey, Paula. If I could speak to the Paula that was going through these ideas of wanting to be a homeowner and in a semi-decent relationship at that point, in the inception of my ideas of being a homeowner, I was like, oh my gosh, this is what's going to happen. And then things started to deteriorate between me and my ex. And I'm like, Paula, is this still the game? Are we still going to go through with this? And then it got heinous. And then, Paula, what are we doing here? And then just in the core of my being, I'm like, yeah, we got this. Yeah, we're doing this. Yes, stick to the mission. Stick to the mission. Stick to the mission. I'm so glad that even though I was entirely tuned out, that the version, the brilliance in me was able to help. Ugh, thank you. So, prices we're willing to pay. I invite you into a really fun, exciting exercise in reflection. Spend some time with yourself today, if you choose it, and offer yourself the chance to see how powerful you are, how tuned in you are to yourself, because if you are anywhere that's even remotely juicy, yeah, you got yourself there, even though you paid some prices. Time to celebrate. And then you could look forward and say, whoo, here's what I'd like to create. Here are the possible payouts or prices I'm willing to pay. I have goosebumps all over my body. Sexy and juicy team. This game I'm playing. What game are you playing? Okay, I love you. Have a blessed day.